In this video, I'm going to give you the mindset to operate with from the ages of 18 to 25 that will literally save you from eternal hell. What's going on? G Money Richie. We're back with another video. The first thing you need to understand is that your environment is perfect. Whatever environment that you're in right now is perfect for you to succeed, whether it's negative or whether it's positive. I spent so much of my life trying to blame my environment, blame my family, the house that I'm in, the other people that I'm in, because they're not on the exact same path that I'm on, as my reason for not being consistent, as my reason for falling off of my goals, as my reason for not sticking to my word on a day-to-day basis. And I still do it sometimes to this day. And the switch that I've had recently, bro, is that whatever environment that you're in right now is the exact reason to make that change, right? Because what you'll realize is that people that do try to switch their environment and they move out early or they do all these things, some of them tend to still not reach their goals as fast as they want to. And it's because their discipline and their motivation is solely tied to their environment. If one thing's off in their environment, if there's somebody there that's not helping them succeed, or the lighting is off, or who knows what the hell it may be, they're going to externalize that as a reason of why they haven't been disciplined, as a reason of why they haven't reached their goals. But yet there's people who have environments that are 10 times worse. No drinking water, no fucking light, no heat, no desk to sit on to do your work, no nothing, bro. The bare minimum they don't have, but yet they're still able to make 10, 15, 20, $30,000 a month from an online business or get a job and work their way up to become who they want to be. So the question you should ask yourself, bro, is are you just blaming your environment because you lack the discipline, because you lack the direction, or is your environment truly hindering you? Write it down, bro. Write it down, because if you physically cannot sit down, work on your goals, accomplish, build a plan, and do them step by step because of your environment, then that makes sense. But if you can figure out ways to set aside time blocks to do what you need to do to achieve these goals, to get where you want to go, then your environment has nothing to do with it. It's your mental environment. What is your mental environment like? Are you telling yourself the right things? Are you consuming the right knowledge? Right? Do you have the right mental frameworks when it comes to doing things that you don't want to do and getting out of your comfort zone? And that's kind of leading me into my next point, is comfort. When it comes to getting out of your comfort zone, like for me, for example, for my AI agency, last night I went out and did door to door, right? I went door to door to these businesses, basically just pitching my idea to the club owners and the venue owners and stuff like that. And I've kind of delayed it for a long time because it was out of my comfort zone, so to speak. Because obviously I did door to door sales. I love the door to door kind of aspect of things, if it obviously makes sense. But coming into the online space, solely focusing on phone calls, Zoom calls, and all that stuff, it's kind of led me to fall back from that interpersonal interaction in sales. And it was out of my comfort zone once again. And I was, putting it off. I was saying, it's too late. I don't have time. Blah, 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 blah. I was making a whole bunch of excuses inside of my mind until I fully decided to go and do it. And I made a route, I followed it, and I went out and did it. And obviously walking into the first business was a little bit, not, it was novelty to me. It was just new. You know what I'm saying? And I was like kind of scared. My heart was thumping. That same feeling of adrenaline that you typically get when you try something new. But the mental framework that I had leading up to it is like, bro, get the fuck out of your house and go to these businesses and pitch your idea, bro, because you have a family to feed. You have your mother depending on you. You have your future family depending on you. So that's way more important. Like, is what you're trying to accomplish more important than the feelings of discomfort that you have right now? That's all that matters. What you want to accomplish is more important than the feeling of discomfort you have right now and the feeling of dismotivation. So have that framework at all times, and that's how you're going to continuously be able to get out of your comfort zone, bro, is if you have a reason bigger than the excuses that you're building inside of your head. So keep that inside of your mind, bro, when it comes to, your comfort zone, when it comes to your environment. What, again, is the mental ideology that you're operating with? You know what I mean? And kind of lastly, bro, is that once you're going from the ages of 18, bro, to where I'm at now, 21, I noticed myself stressing about all these things, and stressing about, am I going to be able to pay my bills next month? Like, if things going to be good? Like, when's the next paycheck coming in? Especially as an entrepreneur and somebody who's not taking the traditional path of like a regular 9 to 5 and a good job with a steady paycheck. I find myself stressing about certain things, and you probably do as well. Whether it's the money, whether it's females, who knows what it may be. But ask yourself though, bro, like, think about 2 years ago when you were, doing shit that you didn't like to do, or when you realized you needed to make a change. What you're stressing about now is obviously a different stress than you had last time. You're stressing about completely different things. It was way worse then. It was way worse then. And at the end of the day, coming down to the simplistic things, bro, you have water, you have food, you're not going to die. You went through worse things in life and you're not going to die. So the fact that you're stressing right now is another thing that's occupying your mind. You're using stress as like this mental masturbation kind of ideology is like, oh, I'm so stressed right now, I need to figure it out, you need to make money, da 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 da. That's a waste of mental space. You know what you need to do. If you know what you need to do, you know what you need to do. Obviously, I have other videos. If you don't know what you need to do, you can figure that out. But stressing is takes mental energy. Stressing about things takes mental energy. It's good to be stressed. It's good to be stressed and push yourself into an upright path. But if stress is like taking up 90% of your time, then you're wasting your time. Mentally, you are wasting your time opposed to focusing on new ideas. Instead of focusing on the problem itself, focus on the solutions in your life. What are the solutions that you're focusing on? That's why you're stressed, because you're only focusing on the problems. Focus on the solutions and the stress will alleviate itself. And then therefore, you're going to actually start taking steps towards your goal. So that's the biggest thing I want you to take from this video in terms of a mindset to operate with from the ages of 18 to 25. Because if you don't operate with this mindset, bro, of understanding that your comfort zone is, you're only staying in your comfort zone because your reasons to get out of the comfort zone aren't big enough, and you're stressing about things that are pretty much futile because you've been in worse situations before and you're not going to fucking die about what's going to happen right now. And on top of that, making excuses about your environment. Is it your environment that's holding you back, or is it you? Because you're still able to sit down, work, figure out ideas, hop on a laptop, hop on a phone, or do anything like that. If you're watching this video, you have nothing to be stressed about, and your environment is perfectly fine. If you're watching this video, get the fuck to work. But if you don't operate with this mindset from the ages of 18 to 25, then you're going to end up in internal hell. Internal hell. And I've been there before, and I've touched there before. But what that hell entails, bro, that hell entails of, it's nothing, bro. It's addictions. It's a purposeless path. It's, you know, a life of a very, very, very busy thumb scrolling away and watching other people produce content. And you can continue to do that by all means. Like I've said before, if that's something that you want to do, then obviously just stop trying self-improvement. Just stop trying to improve. Stop trying to start a business, because you never will. And you are satisfied with your environment right now. You are satisfied with where you're at if you see no problem with what you're doing. And that's the point that you'll get to, bro, if you don't operate with the mindset of always understanding your internal dialect. What is going on inside that mind, and how can you use it to improve yourself? If you don't have that, then you're going to end up in internal hell. And that's the last thing I want for you, last thing I want for myself. So we keep on grinding, bro. So stop blaming your environment. Stop wasting your time stressing about things that aren't going to kill you. And most importantly, get the fuck out of your comfort zone, bro. Make those decisions, because those decisions are not only going to affect you. If you don't make those right decisions, they're going to affect the people around you. Because obviously the purpose of your goals is to provide for your family and do what you need to do for them, right? But if you let your comfort get in the way of that, then you're not only letting yourself down, but you're letting them down too. So lock the fuck in. Love you guys. Start tomorrow strong. Peace.